If you had Reggie White, somebody named Watt, and you had Ray Lewis and Mike Singletary and Ed Reed and Ronnie Lott and Deion Sanders, if you had all those guys on the Vikings defense today in their prime, you might have kept it close. What did you expect? Well, I know what some people expected or pretended to expect. Let me read some quotes here. See if you can guess who this is describing. This is the guy. This is the spark this team needs. He's like a veteran out there. He was so great in practice. I don't think the ball hit the ground once. That's people describing Max Brosmer or Brosmer. I can't even remember how to say his stupid name. Is it bro or bra?
A bra is for ladies. Meet the bro.
We'll call him Manzier.
The Manzier.
Max Manzier. But also it's at the point it's gaslighting essentially. It's propaganda. I mean, they should just rename the Vikings media relations the Ministry of Truth or whatever. It's such BS. What was the absolute best you could expect from Max Brosmer today? What was the absolute best? The absolute best you could have expected would have been the absolute worst you've seen from JJ McCarthy this year. That's the best you could have expected from him, because this is a guy who even the biggest homer should have no expectations for this guy. This is not an NFL prospect. This is just a bum. And it's not Brosmer's fault. Like, he had no business being out there. But the fact that you're throwing out this garbage, the ball didn't hit the ground in practice all week. Shut up. And even early in the game, there's a pass to Addison that Addison didn't bring in that was thrown too hard and just out of reach for him. It's like, can't expect a receiver to make that play. There's another play later in the first half thrown to Jefferson where it should have been a relatively easy throw, and he threw it like 3 feet to one side of Jefferson. Jefferson couldn't bring it in. And it's announcers and online, everybody's like, oh, the Vikings receivers are not helping their quarterback out. They're no good. They got to learn to catch. It's like, no, the Vikings receivers need a quarterback who can throw them the ball in a way that's catchable. And you saw as the game went on, Brosmer just got worse and worse and worse and worse because he is a nobody. He is a guy who should never have set foot on an NFL field except maybe to do a kneel down. And it's a game like this where, like, going into the game, I'm like, gee, why are they even playing this? Like, this is just going to be brutal. Like, poor Aaron Jones. Like, I get on Aaron Jones for coming out of the game all the time hurt, but, like, he was getting just lit up all game. And they just kept giving it to him, kept handing it off to him, kept dumping it off to him, kept giving it to him and having him run into the brick wall of that Seattle defense until finally, he just got hurt. And it just was just depressing. And then our offensive line keeps getting hurt because they're just getting dominated and crushed. They're just lambs led to the slaughter. That's what it was. It was lambs led to the slaughter. I'm tired of seeing our O-line getting hurt all the time. There's a reason they're always hurt, because they have a terrible head coach who doesn't know how to call an offense and who doesn't know how to have a team that isn't completely sloppy. Even the defense, which played very well for most of the first half, had at least like 4 offsides. And it's just not disciplined. Not disciplined. Maybe that's why the ball never hit the ground in practice, because the defense was so undisciplined in practice that Brosmer had carte blanche to do whatever he wanted. But what was the key play? Well, the key play, I mean, Vikings were never going to win this, right? I mean, let's be honest. They were not going to win this no matter what happened. But the key play that actually turned the game was 3rd and 6. Second quarter, Vikings had gotten a turnover. It's 3-0. They're in the red zone. It's 3rd and 6, and Brosmer completes a 5-yard pass to Addison, who conveniently runs his route 1 yard short of the first down marker. That's where the game turned. It was a 4th down distance where Kevin O'Connell was going to go for it. That pass is incomplete, or if they only get 2 or 3 yards and it's 4th and 3, let's say, they're probably kicking that field goal. It's 3-3. It's a game. It's a game, and maybe Brosmer can kind of take a deep breath. You've gotten through like the first half. You're tied at 3, or maybe it's 6-3. Maybe they get a field goal to end the half, but you're in a game. You've gotten through the first half. Take a deep breath. But instead, it's this 4th and 1 call. It's just, again, a slow developing play that has no chance. I don't know if it's supposed to go to Aaron Jones, but Aaron Jones was double covered. There was nowhere to go with that, and nobody blocked the guy, the blitzing guy. Brosmer just, I mean, it's a terrible play, but what do you expect him to do? What do you expect Max freaking Brosmer to do? That's what you get when you take a quarterback who went to the University of New Hampshire, was undrafted, has no business starting an NFL game, and you put him in 4th and 1 at Seattle against a really good defense. That's what you get. Now, of course, there's another guy who threw a pick 6, a very bad pick 6, and was playing very badly earlier this year. That guy was JJ McCarthy, and Vikings ended up coming back and winning that game against what is turning out to be a good Bears team. So that just shows you there's a difference. Like, for anybody who wants to just crucify McCarthy, and McCarthy's been bad, and I'm not really a believer in him that much. But my gosh, if you think Max Brosmer is the answer and JJ McCarthy is not, you are drunk. If JJ McCarthy is not the answer, well, I'll tell you, Max Manzier is definitely not the answer. I just don't know. Are Minnesota Vikings fans, are they this stupid? Yes, but there was a to me another play that signifies everything about this team and Kevin O'Connell. Late in the 3rd quarter, Justin Jefferson hadn't caught a pass, so they ended up throwing this dump off to him that lost like 3-4 yards. And the guy tackling him, don't know his name, not look it up. They blew the whistle, and the guy tackling him just kept going, and then just threw Jefferson down like a rag doll. And he got a 15-yard penalty. Vikings got a first down, but they won the battle but lost the war on that play. Because that sums it all up there. That is what happens when you're a soft team. When you're a soft team, the other team goes for your best player and just beats the crap out of him. And you just sit back and take it. And your coach sets the tone, sets that soft tone. Your best player got embarrassed on that play. Your whole team got embarrassed. Justin Jefferson, he's a pretty tough guy. He's a physical guy. And he was really given no opportunity to make any plays. Like, there's no design plays. There's no quick passes. There's no end arounds. Maybe take some of the pressure off Manzier. Like, there's nothing. There's nothing. It's just, well, we're going to run on first down and then do a short pass on second down, get into third down, and have him take a long drop and have some slow developing routes, and he'll get sacked. Or he'll throw an interception. It's like, I don't know. Why play? Why even play this game? But I have a few suggestions to the wide receivers. Run a route. or maybe this is more to Kevin O'Connell. Call plays where they're actually expected to run a route. It literally looks like middle school gym class when these receivers break from the line of scrimmage. It's just run a few yards downfield and turn around. Look for the ball. Have you heard of a move? Like a cut? A juke? Anything? Can anybody get any separation? And it's too bad because, the defense was playing well for half. Probably better than they are. I don't think they're as good as they played, but getting a lot of pressure on Darnold, forcing fumbles, got a turnover. If you had, if you had the best player of the last 50 years at every position on that Vikings defense, like the best play, like if you had Reggie White, somebody named Watt rushing the passer, and you had Ray Lewis and Mike Singletary and Ed Reed and Ronnie Lott and Deion Sanders. If you had all those guys on the Vikings defense today in their prime, you might have kept it close. It might have been 7-0 that you lost, because that Vikings offense was going to score 0 without help. 0. And they're actually going to score negative. That's the thing. That Vikings offense was going to give points away. So it doesn't matter how good your defense is, you're not winning. So I don't want to end this on a low note though. Like let's find some hope. We're getting into the Christmas season. Let's find something to have joy about. So here's an idea. Something to be joyful about. And I don't know if you have, if you don't, get the McDonald's app, okay? And now normally I think you get a free Big Mac with any purchase. When the Vikings scored 2 touchdowns. So you don't get that. But even at that, even though you don't get that deal here, every day in the McDonald's app, you can get any size French fry for $1.29. You can get a large McDonald's French fry for $1.29. Go to McDonald's, get your $1.29 large French fry, and just enjoy that deliciousness. It's the best thing in the world. Incredibly unhealthy. It'll shorten your life, but do you really want to live long with this Vikings team to watch? So there's hope. Get a $1.29 McDonald's large fry. Just forget about this. And don't think about who's going to be playing quarterback for the Vikings next week. Don't think about it. And please don't tell me, because I don't want to know. I don't want to think about it. It's too terrifying to think about.